into it early.
Oh, excuse me. We're almost into September. Some tough conversations must be had. You are either into this statement or over it. I can already hear you saying, don't give me the field. Let's start with the Mariners. They have the best rotation in baseball, Ron Darling. Are you into that or over it? A doozy. In terms of ERA, fifth best. It's a lot of rotation.
So into it. Boy, they are must-see TV on a nightly basis, not only because of those arms, but how young those arms are.
Yeah.
And George Kirby, who's a local product here, I think he's from Rye, New York, he reminds me of a young Brett Saberhagen.
Ooh,
You're shaking your head.
call.
Yes, you agree.
Yeah, I
with
mean,
that.
I'm into this in a big, big way. They had the rotation and the bullpen, I think, that can win the whole thing. Can they continue the hot streak? Can J-Rod Bill continue this hot streak and run offensively?
They're
but
convincing you,
they can
yeah?
pitch it, man.
So the question is, you gave me the field, right? So I always have to take the field. But I will say this. When you put that board up there with the Mariners, and you saw the 157, 156, and 148 innings pitched, that means something to
Yes, it does.
It really does. And those three guys, that's no day at the beach. And I'm speaking probably for more right-hand hitters than anything else. When you go into that yard and say, okay, I got 6 right-hand hitters in the lineup, I don't think you want to sign up for facing that. So when I look forward at the postseason type matchups, I think Milwaukee might come into mind. If you're thinking about 3 guys that they could throw out there in the top 3, they're really good. But you gave me the field, so I'm going to have to stay over.
Since August 5th, the starter ERA of 2.66. Robert is still recovering. Okay, that just put you over the edge. Robert's still recovering from that 16-run loss the Astros had at the hands of the Red Sox. The AL West will have 3 teams in the postseason. Right now, according to Fangraphs, Astros have an 83% chance, Mariners 70, Rangers 70 as well.
I'm over it. I'm over it.
Oh, gosh, here we go.
One of those 3 is not making it.
Mathematical odds of all 3 is 41%.
Right. I think it's the Blue Jays are going to get a spot. Their schedule looks favorable. They have the most home games remaining, I believe, of the big contenders. So I'm over it.
How many teams you say?
By the way, the Mariners have 10 games against Houston and Texas to end the season.
So you're picking all 3 of them?
I'm not.
No, I'm over that. There's no. I'm going to actually say no chance.
Well, there's 41% chance according to Fangraphs.
You hear me?
I heard
No
you,
chance.
honey. I heard you.
I think the Blue Jays are in.
Mariners have dominated the Astros this year.
Bill, she heard you, but she's not listening.
I'm buying what you're selling.
I think Texas is going to right themselves, and I think they're going to win that division, and I think that puts those other 2 teams in the post.
Okay, what about the NL Central? They will have 3 teams in the postseason. Right now, as it stands, it's the Brewers. They lead the division. The Cubs are in as of today, August 25th, and the Reds are a half game back of that final wild card spot.
I'm over it on that one.
Me too. Me too.
I just think, the Brewers and the Cubs, they played well. The Reds, you got to love their young team. You're talking about some innings problems for the Reds coming down the stretch because of young pitchers. 2 get in maybe, but not 3.
Maybe the Diamondbacks?
You put the D-backs in?
I might put, I like the D-backs.
Okay.
Diamondbacks or Giants or another team from the NL Central?
It's not 3 in the Central. I'm way over that. I just can't. I can't subscribe to the thought process. If I go back to the beginning of the year, first of all, you got the Cardinals up at the top in my mind.
Me too.
No, it's just not happening.
Okay, how about the Phillies? They will be in the NLCS. First of all, as it stands right now, they have to play a wild card series. You are into it.
Into it.
And then they get the Braves. Right now, they get the Braves.
So into
Which is no cakewalk for either team.
Yeah, I'm into it.
I'm into it as well. They proved last year what they can do. When you have Wheeler and Suarez and, of course, Nola, that presents an issue for the Braves. But, boy.
Yeah.
So that means they have to, right there, that setup says they've got to go through the Braves. They're not doing it again.
But they don't. That could change because the Phillies have the first wild card right now. It's a 2.5 game lead. So
I understand, but that grid right there.
They could. This other option is the Dodgers. Right,
The way it plays today, I say it's not going to happen again.
Okay. I saw this on the internet, so it must be true. Look at this. Look at how many home runs Aaron Judge has hit in comparison to games he has played. He will hit 40 home runs this season.
Wow.
28 in 73 games played.
Please.
What?
I'm into this. If he's healthy, I am not betting against him, so count me into it.
If he were to play every game the rest of the year, he'd be on a 41 homer pace.
All right, so I am way into this, and here's why. That homer he hit yesterday, that's nothing more to him than just a good swing. And he is so big and so strong that if he puts together 12 more good swings, he can leave because that's just a line drive somewhere.
It's so true.
That just keeps going.
Helps when you hit 3 in a game, too.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. He puts a good swing on it, and his size and velocity, the parks are not big enough to hold it. Wow.
I'm saying I'm into it.
Okay.
He hits 40.
Yeah.
Across the board?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll never root against him. Okay, so I went to the gym the other day with Robert. Robert.
I mean, we happened to
How
be
did
in
that
there at the
go?
same time. We weren't.
So you didn't ride together?
No.
Stop.
It was
and
the
get a
gym
little
here.
coffee?
It was the gym
across
here.
the way, and he ran on the treadmill for over an hour.
Whoa.
Qualifier
No
here.
stopping.
It's on a treadmill. That's easier
Still.
than road.
And he's having a
Yes.
full conversation with me.
And 2, it was only about 5.5, 6.
Hurting.
You know.
So we saw the freeze run the other day, right? The freeze is the mainstay.
So we think Robert's going to run him?
Well, I'm going to be over. So the question
Robert
is.
could beat the freeze.
All right,
Over it.
I'm over that because I'm not built for speed, Lauren. I'm built for stamina.
Oh my God, help me. God help me.
Okay? So let's just, I'm putting that out.
That's why I went to the gym with him.
What inning did they do that in?
You're welcome, America.
What inning do they do that in? Do you know?
I think the 7th?
Is that the 7th? Because my man running against him, he was at least 4 beers deep.
Yeah.
Because he got out of the gate feeling beer frisky, and then he started sloshing around center field. He goes, all right.
His legs weren't working.
He was.
I think everyone's over the idea that I could beat the freeze.
But he has a Hall of Famer.
If you need a man who is good for 1 hour at about 3 miles per hour,
Yeah.
Robert's your man.
That's his T-shirt.
That's it. That is a T-shirt.
It's the title of his next book.
And I can confirm, yes, I am a high school Hall of Famer. Wow. Hall of Famer. So
There we go.
there you go.
Absolutely.